Hello, cyber world. Hello, winners. How's everybody out there? Well, I'm out here getting me some vitamin D. I love to walk my neighborhood from time to time. I don't do it often, but I decided I was going to come to you guys live today. And happy Labor Day! It is a 3-day weekend for most of you guys. And so I hope you guys are safe and have fun. Remember, don't drink and drive. Get you an Uber or a Lyft. And so we're coming to you today talking about I want to quit my job. Okay. And when you want to quit your job, oftentimes the emotions will run real high on I got to do it and I got to do it now. But this whole series of I want to quit my job is all about helping you prepare before you quit because God is strategic. He is not impulsive. So don't operate off your emotions. There's a great quote out there by someone who I can't remember right now that says, a man who can rule his emotions can rule his whole life. So don't make emotional decisions when it comes to your finances. Because my whole goal with a winning workplace exit strategy is to help you quit your job without committing financial suicide. Okay. I'm a single mom of 3 years. I've lived in this neighborhood for 22 years. And this house one time was in foreclosure. My cars was in repo, and God has seen me through because I understand that God is strategic. He plans things out. Okay. And so today I want to talk to you about a couple of things. One is make sure that if you're thinking about quitting your job, that before you do a business plan, before you do a mission statement, before you do anything, you need to map out your marketing strategy. Okay. You need to let how you're going to make the money pace with how much money you're spending to launch the business. Right. And so I know people who come to me and say, oh, Brenda, I need to pay you to do a business plan for me, which I can do a business plan for people. But my clients, I empower them with the tools to do what they need. Going and spending $5,000 on getting someone to do, or 3,000 or 2,000 or any thousand on getting someone to do a business plan for a business that is strictly theory, I don't think is necessary for you to launch your business. Now, that goes against a whole lot of highly educated people to say, get a business plan. But from practical people who are working their businesses, you don't know what you don't know. So spending $5,000 on a business plan that you don't use isn't beneficial. One of the things I learned when I got my certification to be a business coach, which was taught by 10 teachers. All of them had to have ran their business for 8 years successfully. That's where I got certified, from people who were running profitable businesses for 8 years. That's where I got certified from. And one of the things that they said is a business plan really needs to be a live document that you read on a regular basis. The second thing that they recommend is that you don't have someone else do your business plan, because the purpose of a business plan is to help you move your business forward with a strategic strategy. And the second thing is for you to get investor money, venture VC money, venture capitalist money, or bank money, or for you to get private donors or investors, right? That's the purpose of a business plan. Let me tell you, I've sat in a room with a lot of investors over the years. If you don't have a clue what your financials look like because you paid somebody to do your business plan and you didn't read it, they're not giving you no money. They can tell when you're faking it. You know, they sit in front of a lot of different businesses with a lot of different investors, people who need money to launch their business, and they know when you're BSing and when you're not. If you don't know your marketing strategy and you don't know your financial plan, people are not going to give you $200,000, $300,000, and $500,000 to launch your business. That just doesn't make sense for a venture capitalist or an investor or a banker. Okay. So you need to be able to do your own business plan. There's lots of tools out there for you to do your own business plan if you feel like you need it. But I'm going to tell you what, I hit 6 figures in my business and I didn't have business plan the first. But you know what I had? I had a marketing strategy. You know what I had? I had a financial plan. You know what I had? I had some prayer warriors around me helping me do what was necessary to launch my business and get it to 6 figures. I didn't have a business plan. And I didn't need one to get my first few paying clients. The other thing that people spend a lot of time doing that is unnecessary is, what's my mission statement? Let me ask you a question. What's the last thing you purchased based on a mission statement? Think about the thing that you buy the most. I buy Mac products. This is actually Revlon 741, certainly red lipstick that I've been buying for $5.55 since I was 13 years old. And I'm 52 this year. And so I buy a lot of Mac products. I ain't got a clue what Mac's mission statement is. What's your favorite blue jeans? Levi's? What kind of blue jeans do you buy? Do you know their mission statement? Okay, so a mission statement is not necessary for you to get a paying client. Now, anybody who follows me or watch anything on my YouTube channel, Breakthrough with Brenda, you know that I'm a brass tacks type person. I don't do a whole lot of fluffy stuff because people said do it. I do what's necessary to get to end results. You don't need a mission statement. You don't need a business plan to get to end results. You need a business plan if you're looking at launching your business with investor money. But if you're looking to launch your business with part of your savings account or money out of your 401k, then you don't need to waste any energy on a business plan. You don't need to waste any energy on a mission statement. What you need to figure out is, who's my ideal client? What's the service that I provide? What's the result I get for them? And how do I get their attention? A marketing strategy needs to be the first thing you do once you got crystal clear on the vision of what your gifts and talents and how they're going to be offered to the world. So you want to quit your job. This is one of the steps that I think that you really need to take, is start studying marketing. 80% of your business is marketing, 20% of the business is the craft. The problem with most entrepreneurs, they are very well skilled at the craft of their business, but they're not well skilled at the business of their business. So you need to really study marketing. I like to go to meta.com to find out about how to do stuff on Meta. Meta says that your lives need to be at least 10 minutes. But if you talk to most people, they'll tell you your life just needs to be 2-3 minutes. That's the attention span of people. But on Facebook, according to meta.com, it needs to be 10 minutes or more. So go directly to the source of the platform that you're looking to use to market your business. So meta.com is for Instagram and Facebook. You're going to want to go directly to TikTok.com to learn about TikTok. Now, third-party people, they're good with shortcuts and things of that nature. But look, Facebook changes things on a daily. The only people who are going to be able to keep up with Facebook is Facebook. Okay? So get in the habit of studying while you still have a job. Get your skills on marketing. And marketing is simply the art of persuasion. That's sales, right? How do people buy? Why do they buy? Where do they hang out to buy? That's what you need to learn. Get you a marketing strategy before you get you a business plan. Now, if you're really on a look, I got to quit this job before I go to jail like I was, because I was about to go to jail. Me and my boss was not getting along, and I was ready to mop the floor with his behind. So with that being said, if you're on a fast track, then this is the second thing I suggest you do. You need to set aside time, at bare minimum, 1 hour a day, preferably 2 hours a day, 5 days a week, where you are working on your business. You're working on your product, you're working on your supply line, where you're going to get your supplies from. You need to spend time working on all those things. Oops, and I just messed up my flip-flop. You need to spend time studying, researching, developing your product, your service, so that when you quit your job, you go from a paycheck to a profit check. You do not want to launch your business and commit financial suicide, okay? So, of course, the devil must not want y'all to get this information, because my flip-flop literally broke. It just broke. And I love these flip-flops. But you know what? I'm tenacious. We just fixed it. Okay, so with that being said, you're going to spend some time setting out a schedule. This means you need to have a conversation with your significant other. Baby, I'm going to launch my own business. This means that Friday nights between 6 and 8, I'm going to be working on the business. Can we do our date night on Thursday or on Saturday or on Sunday? Have a conversation with the people who demand your time in your household. Let them know what you're doing, what's going on. Not for them to co-sign, but for you to set clear expectations on the time, because there's a lot of time spent before you get to a client, okay? So you want to have a marketing strategy, you want to have a financial plan, you also want to do a lot of research on irs.gov. Let me tell you what, if I make $100,000 in my business, I write off 150. You need to know about the write-offs. You need to know about the write-off that you get for launching your business. You get to write off when you launch a business. You get to write off. You get a higher percentage of write-off for your startup costs. So you want to research startup costs. You want to research the corporate veil. You want to understand why you need to have a separate business account and a separate personal account just in case you get sued. So I'm going to give you a little clip on that. And I'm not an attorney, so go get with an attorney and confirm this information, because I do not have a license to provide legal advice. That's my disclaimer. This is just a question list for you to go ask your attorney. So with the corporate veil, you need to have a separate business account, your EIN number, your LLC, or if you're running as a sole proprietor, which I do not recommend, you need to have all that set up. Then you need to have a bank account where the bank account is in your business name and you are a personal signer on that account, okay? Why do you need all that? What does that matter? Okay, if you're a health coach and you get sued because you told someone to take a magnesium bath and they end up stroking out and dying, God forbid, you don't want the family to come sue you for wrongful death. And if they do come sue you for wrongful death, you don't want them to get your 401k. You don't want them to get your house. You don't want them to get your cars. So you need to have a clear demarcation line. They call it don't pierce the corporate veil. A clear demarcation line when you start taking money for your services. Now, can you do stuff under the table? Yeah, you can. And I don't recommend it, because you can't hide from God. And God calls the righteous to operate with integrity. So give Caesar what Caesar's due, right? So you want to make sure that your business income and expenses are completely separate from your personal income and expenses. It creates a complication in how you process your money and things of that nature, but it saves you a lot of headache if you ever get into a legal battle. Now, you know your girl. I got saved when I gave birth to my son 25 years ago. But prior to getting saved, I can tell you how to hide some money now. That's another conversation on another day. So let's just keep it legal and keep your corporate veil intact. That's very important. Before you take the first dollar, make sure you have a corporate veil in place. And so I'm going to leave you guys with that. I gave you guys a good bit of information. It's not sexy. It's not fun. But the scenery was nice, wasn't it? And you really want to take a moment. And so these are the takeaways from this. Forget that business plan. Forget the mission statement. Neither one of those are required to get your first paying clients. What is required is your marketing strategy, your ideal client, and how you get their attention. Then you want to get legally right to tender funds through your business. Have your business account set up. I recommend Truist if you're in the South. I need to walk a little bit more. I'm getting winded. I recommend Truist if you're in the South, or Ameris Bank, because neither one of them requires a business to have a minimum amount, and they don't charge you any fees. There are 3 things I hate to pay. I hate paying interest, I hate paying taxes, and I hate paying late fees. Hey, how you doing? Say hi to my Facebook. This is my neighbor. We've been neighbors forever. And his wife is a hottie just as much as he's a hottie too. I love knowing my neighbors. How you guys been?
Good. How are you?
Good. Just out here doing my marketing.
Awesome. For Facebook, YouTube, what?
All of it. I'm on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter.
What's your YouTube?
Breakthrough with Brenda.
Breakthrough with Brenda?
Yeah.
Look you up.
Yeah, so I'm doing a whole series on quitting your job.
Oh, there you go. It's good.
Yeah.
We're YouTubers also, so I saw the selfie stick. I'm like,
Okay.
we're heading out to go shoot now.
Okay. Well, you guys have a good one. Know your neighbors, because if your house burned down, somebody needs to call the fire department. Anyway, so back to the 3 points takeaway. Know your ideal client, know how you're going to market to them, have your corporate veil in place, make sure, and that's not just for big corporations, I'm talking about small businesses. And also make sure that the money you're spending out is as closely associated to you making money coming in. That's why when I work with people on a winning workplace exit strategy, when you invest in Breakthrough for Life, I'm going to see you all the way through to getting paid. And what that means is I'm going to show you the way to get things done without having to spend a whole lot of money to get it done. So just keep that in mind. If you're looking to quit your job, you want to hire a business coach, I hope that you'd hire Breakthrough for Life, or you can hire somebody else. But get somebody who knows what they're talking about, that have been doing their business for a long time. I didn't even start to promote a workplace exit strategy till my business had been in place for like 4 or 5 years. Prior to that, I was a confidence coach, a purpose coach. I was a mindset coach. I did all that other stuff because I wanted to have some traction behind me. I wanted to know what the flip I was talking about. I'd worked for VPs. I've worked for presidents at Toshiba and Unisource and Rico. And I thought I knew what I was doing because I worked so closely with the decision makers and people who had P&L responsibilities. But at the end of the day, when I sat in that seat of entrepreneurship, oh, it was a whole new ball game, baby. I thought I knew what I was talking about. So because I didn't have traction of being profitable in my business, I didn't market to business people. I didn't market a workplace exit strategy. But honey, when we hit that 6 figures and we started getting profits in my business, definitely, I want to help everybody out there. If it's your dream to be an entrepreneur, I want to help you unlock the goat and handcuffs of corporate with the keys to entrepreneurship and move you to profitability as fast as possible. Because it doesn't matter what great conversations you have with a coach, a mentor, consultant. I don't care about good conversations. I'm just brass tacks. I care about results. Whatever that result is that you get from me, I need to know that at least 80% of your clientele gets that result if I'm hiring you as a coach. So tell you a brief story as I do this last little walk to my house. When did y'all pray for me? Homegirl got to get back on her fitness kick. But there's a lot of coaches out there. I'll get you to 7 figures. I'll get you to 6 figures. I'll help you get to 6 figures in 90 days. Ask them when you're in their client consultation, what percentage of your clients get the result? They're going to hem, they're going to ha, but they're probably not going to give you a point blank number. So let me give you a point blank number. 95% of all my clients that pay me to work with them, I'm not talking about the people who call me, can I pick your brain? No, people who pay me to work with them, 95% of all my clients get the result that we come up with in that discovery call. When you have a discovery call with Breakthrough for Life, what we're going to do is we're going to build a custom coaching strategy to get you to the end result you want, whether that's to get your happy back, to be a woman of action, or a courageous entrepreneur. Whatever that result is, 95% of my clients get their result. Okay, Brenda, what about the 5% who don't? Well, you know what? This is one thing I tell people all the time. Great information doesn't transform your life. Implementation transforms. The 5% that don't get the result, they are people who didn't want to do the work. It's kind of like they go through the whole coaching and they just want a field of dreams. I build it and people will come. That ain't how it works when people are getting almost 10,000 suggestions to buy a week. You've got to do something different. So with that being said, I want you, whether you hire Breakthrough for Life to help you quit your job or you hire somebody else, ask them, what's the result I'm going to get from this investment that I'm going to make? and what percentage of your clientele actually hits their result. And if they hem and haw, baby girl, do not spend the money with them. I'm telling you. You need a coach that's going to get you across the finish line, not talk about theory about how to get across the finish line. So, baby girl, it's hot out here. Sister girl sweating, and I'm doing my natural today. So, I got to keep my curls perky. So, I'm going to get out of here. But if you're looking to sign up with a coach, or you're looking to hire someone to help you quit your job, go to breakthroughforlife.com or just Google Breakthrough for Life. I show up everywhere. I don't care what state you're in. I've had people all the way in Canada said I was looking for a life coach in the US and you came up number one. Okay. So just Google Breakthrough for Life, click, schedule a discovery call. If you call me, I'll chat with you a little bit, but I'm going to also ask you to schedule a discovery call. And so why? Because that's where we do a needs analysis to get crystal clear on what are you willing to do to get the result that you want, and what is the result that you want, and what kind of ROI do you want on the investment you're about to make. That's when we do the heavy lifting. Well, Brenda, how much does it cost? It depends on the results you get. If you are already a 6-figure business trying to go to 7, what your investment is very different than the budding entrepreneur who's still working in corporate. So please don't jam me up. What's the price? What's the price? What's the price? Let's talk about the result, because if we can't get the result, the price don't matter. If I can't get you the result, the price don't matter. Well, Brenda, where's the case where you can't get a result? I don't work with victim mentality people. Well, what's a victim mentality? That's a great thing to Google. The other thing is I don't work with victim mentality people who are always blaming everybody else for the state of their life. The reason why I don't work with them is because you can't change your life until you take ownership of your life. And so at the end of the day, I work with people who are ready for change, people who are ready for growth, people who want that result so bad they're ready to chop their arm off to get it. Those are the people I work with. So if that's you, if you're a go-getter in the making, I got a barrier breaker program for you. And if you are already a go-getter, I got a workplace exit strategy program for you that will blow your mind. Schedule a discovery call and let's make it happen, baby. Coach BU, signing off, I think.